Hello, welcome to another episode of the Pianoforte Podcast. I'm your co-host Felicia, and this is my co-host Audrey. Hi, Audrey.
Hello. So, welcome to third
episode.
Season's
Yes.
second episode. Episode of the third season, which is gonna be a little game of kind of like this or that. Save one, drop one. Which one would you choose? If you could only do a certain thing, or like listen to a certain thing, or like pick one artist and kill the other one. No, don't kill the other one. Just not listen to the other one for the rest of your life. Maybe.
That is drastic, and I didn't realize we were going that far.
If you didn't listen to the first episode, my middle name is Chaos.
Yeah, this is a very good example.
The more chaos
it
is, the more I like it.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that part in mind.
So that is why I said that sentences earlier. Not that I really actually want to kill somebody. No, please don't get it wrong.
No.
So yeah, it's basically just a game that we give each other's two options, and which one would we choose? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and which one do you favor?
Yeah, and no offense to those that we do not choose, because life gets hard.
Choosing is difficult.
Yeah,
it's hard to make decisions sometimes.
It's a full-time job, choosing things in life.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to start or should I start?
I can start.
You want to start? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so would you choose... This is pieces of classical music. Would you choose Fleur Alice or Clair de Lune?
I like Clair de Lune better.
Okay.
I actually do like Clair de Lune better. I'm not a huge fan of Fleur Alice, even though I teach it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I do wish Clair de Lune is a little bit more popular than Fleur Alice.
But I think it's also like, it's just that Fleur Alice is easier to teach a bit young, like the first part at least, not the second part.
Yeah, the first part.
Yeah, so I think it's just students, they come across this at an earlier age than Clair de Lune.
Yes, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a little bit of an underdog moment of Clair de Lune. I just feel,
You feel a bit sad about it.
A bit sad. That's where my bias came through. Like,
yeah.
You need more appreciation. I choose you. Yeah, good.
We'll make things in... Wait, do I also have to answer that?
Oh, you can. Yes, obviously.
I will go the opposite way. And I would say... Actually, it's a very hard choice. But the thing is, like, Clair de Lune is very... Like, it's very soft, very mellow, very flowy.
Yeah, I kind of...
That's my impression of it. And Fleur Alice, in a way, is like... It has very sharp contrasting moments because it's Beethoven. And...
It's true.
I do like contrasts a lot. So.
I do actually like the parts that at least towards the end when it goes a bit rough and.
That's always very fun. It's like surprise! I bet you didn't know this was coming.
It's like, what's up? I want to say the next word, but I it's not safe for work.
Okay.
It's a B word.
Oh, all right, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So my first one. Would you choose to be allowed to sample or be allowed to quote?
You mean when writing a song?
Yes. Sampling
This
or
is
quoting?
hard. Oh, I would say quoting actually.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's actually really hard. Because okay, on one hand, basically the question really is, would you choose the words or the beats or music,
No,
right? In a way.
quoting also means in like
Oh, you don't mean
maybe
just
you
words.
you give a reference to another song or to
Okay, so it
another
can be
artist.
a melodic quote kind of thing. It doesn't have to be.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. No, then definitely 100% quote. No questions.
Yeah. Same. Me too. It's also just because sampling is very production based. I mean, you can also
Yeah.
perform using samples and stuff like that, but I feel like quoting is also more, especially in jazz. You quote other people, or like you quote, or you use a lick that somebody often use. In my
I think
opinion,
it
it's
can be
also
more subtle. I like that
it
quoting
could
can be a lot more subtle.
It could be more subtle. It could also be used as a throwing a shade to somebody if you do use it in
Yeah.
lyrics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We are on the same page on that.
but then I'm not gonna sample for the rest of my life, which is
Oh.
not that bad. You can make your own samples.
Okay,
Okay,
next
good.
one is actually really tough because I didn't realize that you were going the direction of not listening or for one of the choices for the rest of the life kind of thing. But anyway, this is a composers, and it's Johannes Brahms or Hector Berlioz.
The thing is, I know this sounds ridiculous, but Brahms' lullaby is it's a staple. I cannot not have Brahms' lullaby.
Yeah.
I cannot not just mumble Brahms' lullaby on a random Tuesday afternoon. I have to do that. So,
Yeah.
in that sense, I would choose Brahms. Sorry, but
Berlioz. I'm
Yeah.
actually leaning towards Brahms as well because
interesting. Why?
his music is. I mean, okay. The reason I chose these two names actually is
It starts with B.
part of the reason, but because they have very different ideas when it comes to composing. So
Yeah.
Brahms is, I don't know if you heard of the term, like he leans towards like absolute music, where music should be a standalone in itself without outside influences, whereas Berlioz he leans more towards like the use of programmatic music, where you have, I don't know how to explain this clearly. It's like you have outside influences like literature, paintings, that sort of thing. So that's one of the reasons I chose these two names because, yeah, I remember
They're
that from
very
music class
contrasting. Okay.
years ago.
Okay, your reasoning is valid, very valid. But
Yeah.
I did not think that through. I did not think that deep into that. I was just thinking about if I want to listen to one of those two artists or like two composers, or if I want to play a piece from those two composers, who I would rather choose? Like, who would I save? And I choose Brahms. 'Cause of
I
his
would choose
lullaby.
Brahms as well. His music is really nice.
Truly though, like one of the best lullabies.
Yeah, I just listened to the Second Symphony in concert yesterday.
How is it?
It was really nice.
Who
Actually,
played like the
the SSO, Singapore Symphony Orchestra.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
really liked it a lot. It was actually one that I was more unfamiliar with. Like I've heard the third and the fourth. I'm sure I've heard the first before as well. I can't quite remember it, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was nice. Okay.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday. Okay. Pretty good. Okay, next. This is also classical.
Okay.
So, would you rather save Tchaikovsky Nutcracker or Swan Lake? Think of it as in
Oh my god.
you can only watch one for the rest of your life.
I'll say Nutcracker.
Other people can watch the other ones, you know.
I'll say Nutcracker because I watched Sonic before.
Okay.
No, but also I think musically, musically speaking, I think Nutcracker has a wider variety of melodies, if I might put it that way.
Agree.
You know what I mean?
I also
Yeah,
choose
okay, good.
Nutcracker. There's way more like polaring melodies and like ideas and like concepts and whatever. Like whereas Swan Lake is more like more unison.
Yeah. It feels that
There's
way.
a lot of like
Yeah.
chunks, right? Like different
There's
dances.
a lot of
and
very different dances, very different melodies, and
yes.
Yeah.
And also very different like almost like cultural sounds. Even though it's not 100% like authentic to that culture,
yeah.
but there's a lot of difference, which in my opinion I really like. Although killing Swan Lake as an option means that there is no more little swans.
Oh no, you're right. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that.
We
Little swans.
we cannot listen to that nor watch that ever again. Sad, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
But I would save Sugar Plum Fairies all day long.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Okay. Would you save? Okay. It was like, which wedding march would you save? The one by Mendelssohn or the one by Wagner?
Which one is by Wagner?
So this is the one I had to check it out. So I'll just go through which one's the the Mendelssohn one.
Is it the
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, the one by Wagner is da 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 dum bum bum ba dum bum ba.
Then I choose Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn? Is it Mendelssohn?
Yeah, Mendelssohn.
Yeah, Mendelssohn.
I would say Mendelssohn as well because I think that is part of the Midsummer Night's Dream. And
the reason I
like to be able to listen to the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good excuse. That's a really
Excuse,
good,
yes.
good excuse. That's a solid reasoning. I choose Mendelssohn's just because I don't know. It sounds a little bit more mature. I don't know. There's something about it.
It's hard to describe,
it's
right?
just personal reasoning. It's called personal reasoning. I prefer that one.
Yeah.
Just without any shade.
Yeah, but honestly, like they're both like the wedding marches.
Yeah, that
Like,
the
I've heard-
go-to wedding marches. Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is that I feel like they definitely have a very similar vibe. Like,
Yeah.
if I don't look at the
actually, yeah.
score, I can't actually tell you which one is whose.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But it's just just a bias. It's as if like if I have a wedding, I would rather hear the one from Mendelssohn than the one from Wagner.
Yeah.
So it's the drop one save one became like, which one would you choose for your own wedding? For my own wedding. Not
I think
that
okay,
I'm saying I am getting married in any time soon. I am living a single life.
Yeah, no, I think that the Wagner one has a kind of dramatic element to it.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean, Wagner
does.
is very dramatic, so.
Dramatic.
Okay, next to you.
Drama. Okay. So, this is, I don't know how you would choose this. I would just give the names and
Okay.
give the reasonings behind later. Jacob
Okay.
Collier or Snarky Puppy?
Say this again?
Jacob Collier or Snarky Puppy?
You can't do this to me. Oh my gosh.
I think I should. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, do you want to hear the reasoning first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe this is easier because I'm trying to save money and I want to watch a concert. Because both of them are not coming to my city, so both of them need some travel expenses. Both cost relatively similar, but also timing wise, I don't have that much time, and I think they're quite in a similar time frame as well. So I don't want to like kill. If they're like 3 months apart, sure, I can save for both. But if they're in the same time frame, I would rather choose only one. So which one would you choose?
Can we just rephrase the parameters of this whole game to just for this question? Let's just say if you had to choose one to watch a concert for one whole year,
you can do it. You can do it however
and
you
not the
want.
other.
I guess
Just this one. Just this one question.
Yeah, we can do it however we want.
Yeah. Okay. So now having adjusted the parameters, so it's more sane. Thank you very much. I would actually say Jacob Collier.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know either.
I think I have to go back to your previous question and previous answer and reasoning.
Yeah.
I would also choose Jacob Collier just because I have watched Snacky Puppy live before.
Oh yeah, I did as well. Okay, that makes it easier.
But the thing is that the venue for Snacky Puppy is actually for me is more a reasonable travel, and also a place that I actually need to visit. Like I have something to do in that city. So yeah, but the city that Jacob Collier visits is a city that I truly like to visit. Like I have visited that city and I enjoyed it. So that's why it's kind of tough for me. But I would, personally speaking, I would just watch Jacob Collier because I've never seen him live. But now taking up the stakes again, if you would rather listen to one of them only
For one whole year, and you cannot listen to
until the end of 2022.
Okay. I feel better about this question now. Oh, this is so hard.
I actually have my answer.
I would still say Jacob Collier.
Same. Because Jesse Volume 3 is just so good. Sorry.
I actually haven't listened to a lot of music outside of classical recently as of late.
Okay.
But yeah.
And also I try to sometimes imitate Jacob Collier's like backing vocal technique thingy, the da-da-da-do-do-do-do, which then I need to listen to Jacob Collier if I want to learn that shit. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, good.
Hey.
Let's end this mean round.
Okay. The next
Switch back
round?
to you. Yes.
Okay. So this is, I'm thinking more in terms of the orchestra piece and not whatever else. Peer Gynt Suite or Swan Lake Suite?
Dang it. Dang it.
Sorry, Swan
Peer
Lake.
Gynt
I had
or
to throw you
Swan
back
Lake?
here. Peer Gynt Suite or Swan Lake Suite? Would you kill Swan Lake twice?
That is also my consideration. It's a chance for me to say Swan Lake, but I cannot kill Hall of the Mountain Kings or like morning what? Morning tunes? What is it? What's the title?
In the morning light.
Yeah. Or Anitra's Dance.
It's just morning. Oh yeah, Annie Chestan's really nice. We still wanted to do the duet that from like
Oi.
that we just never did.
Yeah. I have to save Peer Gynt.
That's my answer as well. No, I think it's just in general like
We're killing Swan Lake twice.
No, I think for me it's just Peer Gynt Suite has a wider variety. Like
Same. Agree, right?
yeah, I think maybe I was just a bit biased when I put this question down because I could have easily just said Peer Gynt Suite or Nutcracker Suite, and that would be a lot harder. But let's not do that because it's not part of the question.
Yeah,
Taking
because
the
I do
easy
not
way
want
out.
to kill each
Let's
of
just-
those.
Let's just take the easy way out. And
No, but
we don't have to answer
hypothetically speaking, if we do have to choose between Phrygian and if it's like a match, you know, I choose Phrygian. Sorry, I'm sorry. I love Tchaikovsky. I love Nutcracker, and I love Sugar Plum Fairies.
But you love In the Hollow Mountain King a bit more.
Yes.
Yeah.
My chaotic heart cannot not have that during Halloween.
Oh, you listen to that during Halloween.
It's like such a trolley sounding music.
I don't know. I've never associated that piece with a season. I've just listened to it all year round.
I mean,
It's
no,
also very
yes.
fun to show that piece to students
Yes.
as well.
No, but it reminds me of a couple years ago, maybe 2020 probably. I played a duet version of Hall of the Mountain Kings,
Oh.
and my duet partner Katarina. She and we were thinking like, oh yeah, we're trolls. We're like the mountain trolls. You know, and it's just so much fun. I like that song.
Yeah.
And I love her too. So I cannot kill that in regards that of personal reasons.
Yeah, okay. So we've got through the difficult one. So back to you again. What's the next one?
Would you rather? I mean, this turns out to be would you rather game now. Play in orchestra or play or sing in choir. Like you can choose one. You cannot choose the other. For
For the rest of
I-
the
I would-
life.
I was about to say that, but now thinking about it, I would probably I know which one I would choose even if it says for the rest of my life.
I would say, actually, I would have to say choir.
Same. We're such a what are we? We're so similar. This is so boring.
I mean, I think for me, I was actually really considering orchestra, but because I played in an amateur string orchestra, and I've also like sung in a choir from school, and even though they were both very stressful for me, intensely stressful,
Yeah.
I think I just enjoyed, like, from my experiences, I enjoyed the repertoire that I got to sing in choir. Like, they veered on the more experimental side as well, and I think that's interesting because, again, I feel like I would rather listen to string orchestras and orchestra play the music, and I'll be happy
Same.
to just be on the side.
Yeah, I would
enjoying it,
rather
but-
listen to the orchestra and meanwhile I'm singing or like something like that.
Yeah.
And also
Okay,
like
cool.
when I put this question, I was just like or playing and or singing in choir, which like have two options that I could still be a pianist in a choir or I could still sing in a choir.
But I'm curious, if you were to be in orchestra, which instrument would you like to play?
Clarinet.
100% clarinet.
I will go back to my clarinet. I will practice it triple as hard.
Yeah, like I was thinking about it and I was like, well, I played the violin back then, and if I had to choose, I might want to learn the double bass
That is
to be part
fun.
of it.
That is fun. That is fun.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
I can
that's something I
bribe.
was
I know I
thinking
can
about.
bribe somebody to teach me double bass. You know it as well.
Yeah, of course. Hands down, 100%.
But I mean, I used to play cello a little bit for a while. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I think. I mean, probably because I also have the clarinet with me, so I feel like yeah, sure, I would do it
You
again.
feel a stronger connection to the clarinet.
Yeah. But also like back when I was in high school, the whole 3 years of high school that I was in like this like small orchestra, like chamber-ish orchestra, I played clarinet the whole time. And there's not that many clarinetists. Like clarinet is one of those underrated underlings, the instruments that's just like
The underdog.
the underdog, in comparison to like flutes. I mean,
How about
oboe is also
oboes?
not that common, but
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
yeah. And also, I just love, actually, like clarinet is such a sweet sounding instrument. It's like very mellow. It's in comparison to its counterparts in woodwind family.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll choose clarinets over and over and over again. I would never choose piano.
I
the
wouldn't
orchestra.
either. No. Hands down,
Huge
no.
no. No.
Definitely no.
Same. Good. So you
bit too
can
daunting.
go ahead with
Okay.
question number. Is it now number 5?
Number 5, yes. Question number 5. Would
Okay.
you choose the Lydian scale or the Phrygian scale? So just for reference, a Lydian scale sounds a bit like da di 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 di, and a Phrygian scale sounds something like. Do you want to sing it? The Phrygian scale? I need to think about this.
Da 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 da. Wait. What? Da
Yay.
da 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 da. So
Yes.
there's 4 flats. Da,
Yeah.
Not D. Da da da. Da,
Da da da. Let me try now. Da mi fa sol la ti do re mi.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Good thinking.
Okay. So is this a hard one for you?
The thing is, I think of those scales kind of the same like they're not.
You're not particularly fonder of one than the other.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But let's say for the rest of your life, you cannot use the other one. Oops, sorry. Just knock
I
something.
choose Lydian because major sharp 11 is quite an iconic sound.
I choose Lydian as well because you know I love the sharp 11.
Yeah. See. The
And I
major sharp
particularly
11
like-
is quite an iconic sound.
The chord I particularly like is major 7 sharp 11.
Yes. Yeah. That is what
It's
I was.
straight down in Lydian. Yeah.
Which, honestly enough, you can also use major sharp 11 in Phrygian. It's a second
Yeah,
degree.
it's true.
But
But
it's
It's a different feeling.
yeah, it's not. No, you wouldn't use Phrygian for the major sharp 11. You would use Lydian for major sharp 11.
Yeah.
Who are we? Nerds. Literally,
ask that.
I sometimes I chat with friends like musician friends outside of work, outside of like band rehearsal or whatnot, just like chatting, having lunch, and all we talk about is just music. It's just like we're nerds. We're such nerds. We don't have life outside of.
Or maybe it just happens that that's most of the connections you make, like the reason
Yeah.
for you guys being friends.
But also like I start to feel like, do we really have no other interests other than music? So that's how I end up talking about like cute dogs, cute animals, or
Oh yeah,
food,
animals I always say they're always so
or
cute.
food, because
can't
food
hate
is
them.
great. Food is my love.
Oh yeah, food.
Okay, number 5 for me.
Mhm.
Would you pick, just in general, horns, like French horns, or cellos?
Oh, that is evil. French horn or cello? Can we also alter the parameters so it would be like saying you don't listen to or you don't use one of them for like 1 year.
You cannot use one of them when you are composing.
Hypothetically. This is not actually going to happen. I'm going to use both anyway.
Yeah, I mean, all of these questions are hypothetical. Don't
I
take
know, but
this too
it's-
seriously. Don't
But it's so hard.
don't stop listening to Snarky Puppy after this.
Nah, I will still listen. I'll go with cello.
Really?
Yeah, you?
I'd go with French horn.
Oh, finally we have something that's different.
Yeah. I don't know. I like French horn a lot. Horns. Some people just call it horns. I mean, it's actually
Yeah.
just called horns. I
It
don't
is
know why.
actually just horn. It's just in English.
just
It's called French horn.
Yeah. Although I do listen to a lot of like cellos and cellists.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. Just one in particular that I really like.
And what's the name?
Oh, it's not Yo-Yo-Ma, sorry.
No, but what's the name anyway? I'm still curious.
It's the one that I don't even remember his name. It's the one that I recommended last season. That he makes like covers of
Okay.
songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of forget, but maybe I can figure it out in a second, but not really. I'm quite slow. Anyway, but yeah, the reason why I still would rather choose
The horn.
would rather choose horns is just because I love how they're so sweet but very majestic. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I have a crush.
On
If
horn.
I can have a crush on an instrument, I have a crush on horns. They're-
Okay.
They're such, they're I love him. I love them. Just plainly like that. Just like on blind sight. Just direct.
Yeah.
I love him. I love him. That's my excuse.
I mean, for me, I would say I say cello because, like, last episode, I recommended a cello concerto, and
Yeah,
then
you did.
when I was listening to it, I was listening to I'm bad with names, but this is, but anyway, I'll link this in the show notes. But anyway.
In the blog. Visit
in the
our
blog.
blogs if you miss
Yeah,
any
the
of
show
the
notes are
stuff
there.
we are talking about.
Yes. And this artist, this cellist, he recorded an album, and the Elgar cello concerto was inside. But I was listening to the whole album again and again, and yeah, I really like all the pieces in there. So I really, really want to be able to listen to that.
Okay, good. Okay. Good reasoning.
Is it my
Valid.
turn?
Valid.
Okay, question number 6. This is a curveball for you. Hamilton or In the Heights?
No! Don't make me choose. Sorry, the movie or the show? The movie or the Broadway version?
Let's just say
I mean,
Broadway.
sorry, because that's kind of unfair because the Hamilton movie is basically the Broadway version.
No, then let's just say the movie in that case. Let's make it harder for you. I have an easy answer, but I knew it would be hard for you.
You can give your answer first.
Hamilton, because I have not watched In the Heights.
Yeah, I guess that.
What are you thinking about?
I'm
Like, okay,
I'm contemplating because I do listen to Hamilton soundtracks way more often than in the Heights soundtracks.
But
But In the Heights, man, when okay, spoilers to those who have not watched the movies, including you, Felicia. Maybe I will not do that much of a spoiler.
Just do the spoiler. The movie's
Eh,
been out for a while already.
the movie, yes, the movie. When the movie was out, I mean, okay, I would not spoil it that much. I would just be like, what kind of making it into my what I experienced through the movie. When the movie was out, it was last year, right? Like mid last year, and there's a scene that I like. It's somebody passed away, and the right after that scene was that like how the community went back from the chaos, a sad chaos, which I kind of like better. That specific like two scenes just like hits home a little bit. So for that reason, I probably choose In the Heights. Here's the thing about Hamilton. I love Hamilton. Love it. Kind of obsessed with it. But honestly enough, the second act, also to those who have not watched Hamilton, this is such a spoiler. But the second act, man, that's just like a rows and rows and rows of just catastrophe. It's not just chaos, it's catastrophe.
Yeah. It really is, yeah.
So, in that reason, I choose In the Heights. It's a little bit less stressful.
Catastrophic.
Less stressful.
Okay.
I'm just so stressed during the second act of Hamilton. All the time. I'm just like, this is not a good time. This is not the good time.
And then you're just watching through your fingers after that?
No, but
Okay.
I just keep being like, dude, why do you do that? Why? What is your reasoning behind it? No, don't do it.
And it happens anyway. Okay,
Yeah, my
cool.
chaotic heart is just like, okay, you can have chaos, but not that kind of chaos, okay? So, yeah. I'm sorry,
Okay.
yeah. I'm very personal about my preferences.
That's the point of this game.
Yes. Okay. The next one for you. Safe chanson or polka?
Sorry, who's the second name?
Oh, it's not names. It's genres. Polka or like chanson, like the
Oh, okay,
the French chanson or like polka.
Just to be clear, because I'm not very good with this. The first one that you mentioned is CHACONNE? No. Yes?
CHANSON. Chanson.
Oh, okay. My mind went somewhere else. Okay. The first one.
Okay. Why?
I like things that are a bit more mellow, and because
Yeah.
I feel like polka is very lively because it is a dance, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very lively and all, and I like things that are a bit more mellow, a bit maybe just a hint dramatic. Yeah, and I feel like you find that a bit more with chansons than with polka.
Yeah, it is.
That's my answer and my reason.
Good.
How
I
about
cannot
you?
actually choose. Because this is the same like the Phrygian Lydian thing. I don't have
Yeah.
very strong... This is one of those that I just feel like I need more stuff to ask Felicia. So let's just put this in.
Well, then you can just go the opposite. Give more variety. And find a reason to like it.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I do like maybe I will choose polka just because there is a polka inspired song I'm playing which is pretty cool, pretty fun, and it's such an earworm, so I cannot get rid of it. I like it, yeah. So that's why
What
I
piece
choose
is
it.
that? If you can share.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
Okay, then it's fine.
So yeah, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying. Because at some point it will be out and about. Yeah.
Okay, then question number 7. Back to Geekland again. Major 7th sharp 11th chord or minor major 7th chord. For reference, I'll see if I can sing this out loud. Major 7th sharp 11 sounds a bit like do. I need to start lower. Do mi. Help. I can't quite sing.
Should I just play it on the piano? I don't know
Yes.
if it picks up though. Maybe I can just take my mic out. This is a
Okay.
very chaotic episode. I take my mic out. What are we doing today?
Being chaotic. That's your middle
I
name.
hope it doesn't get disconnected. I hope it doesn't get disconnected out
We
of
just be
setting.
very careful.
Oh, I cannot hear you though because my headphones is not long enough. But my cable is long enough. So, major 7 sharp 11. Is it? Just yeah, okay, nod. Good. I don't have enough hand. I'll use the sustain pedal. You know what? I will use the sustain pedal and do it one more time. That's one option. The second one is minor major 7?
Minor major 7th.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I cannot hear you. Sorry. Or also known as the James Bond chord. It's pretty James Bondy.
Yeah.
Actually, no. The James Bond progression is like
It's
major, and then major sharp 5, and then minor and da, 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 or like
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Yeah. So, what would your option be? Your choice be?
I would choose minor major 7.
Because?
James Bond. The one true reasoning. It's also just like very, I don't know. It's kind of an both chords are very niche in a sense, like they have their fans and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There is something about minor major 7 that's just like a little bit more
Intense.
sultry, a little bit more mysterious. Whereas major sharp 11 is kind of, it's pretty, but I don't know. Yeah. I think the chaotic side in me just likes minor major 7 a little bit better.
Yeah. I actually really, really like both chords, so this actually really is probably, yeah, it's actually really hard for me as well. And, you know, I always have a very fond spot for major 7, sharp 11.
I do know that you do have that
You do, I
sort
do.
of thing.
Yeah.
I know that you know, but I say it again.
Okay, but then, in terms of composing, I use major 7, sharp 11 like in the middle of compositions. But when it comes to starting of compositions, there are two compositions I've started with minor major 7th, and I found that it's been easier to continue. I don't know, I feel like it provides that kind of tension provides a stronger direction.
Yeah, you need to lead somewhere with like minor major 7s is very leading. You like it's not calm. It's a storm.
Yeah.
But like the major sharp 11 is kind of good for an ending. So it's kind of serve different purposes. But the chaotic side in me just be like,
yeah,
you want trouble.
I'll probably go with the first one because I'm just very fond of it.
Okay.
It makes me happy to hear it.
Yeah, I know. Good. Okay, maybe we do the last two like in a quite more faster way.
Okay, sure. Wait,
Even though I don't think it could be that fast. But
okay.
meter change or modulation.
What?
If you can use only one, would you use meter change or modulation?
What's the first one again?
Meter change.
Neither change?
Time signature change.
Oh, meter change. Modulation.
Yeah, I would choose time signature, like meter change all day
Yeah.
long. Yeah. We
I
can
can't- I
complete
need to
each
wait
other
for
with that, you know?
Hmm?
We can complete each other with that.
Yeah, we could. But we
Yeah.
just never really end up working on the
So
conversation.
I use the meter change and you use the modulation. You know?
Yeah.
Then we
Sounds
send
good.
each other's music and be like, can you please complete this? So it's become the crazy thing that it is meant to be.
Yeah. We can try that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the last one for me is instruments. Gyro or piano. I probably am pronouncing that wrong, but that's for you.
Guiro is my favorite percussion.
And piano is your favorite instrument.
For those who don't know what guiro is, it looks like a
Okay, basically it's a
washing-
percussion instrument. There
Yeah.
is something you hold, like there is the object, and then there is a stick, and the object has ridges.
yeah.
so you
it's
can drag
making
the
it go
stick around and you went grrrr. Yeah.
And it's very common used in like bossa nova, Latin. No, not bossa nova. Yeah, Latin. General.
Yeah.
Like which I
Mm-hmm.
love. I love the guiro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm pitching you this one.
Guiro or
Piano.
what is the parameter, or it's just in general? Kill one instrument.
I'll let you decide the parameter. I want to see what you said.
I mean, obviously, I will not teach guiro. For money making, I would choose piano all day long.
So
But
if it's money making, it'll be piano. But
for funsies, I like the guiro. It's so fun.
so
My heart is just like, oh, I like guiro. I like it. It's just I like it. Yeah.
But you still have to decide. So guiro?
Yes, if it does not involve money making. If I can still do my money making with piano. You know what I mean?
But without having to, but in that case, you, aside from teaching, you won't be able to access the piano. If that's a parameter, does it change your answer?
Then I would choose the piano because it's just more versatile.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. One last one from you, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to answer your own?
Oh, piano.
Yeah, of course. You don't
Hands
have
down
you don't
piano.
have a connection to guiro.
Not
It's
not,
a
not
very
as deep as
me
you.
thing. It's
Yeah.
an Audrey thing. Yeah, I like guiro. Okay, the last one from me. Would you be a composer or be a producer? A composer in terms also like songwriter, but not producing. And producing, you could also work on classical pieces, but you're set in the studio, you know.
That's an easy one for me. I prefer to compose.
Yeah, that's quite an easy one for you. It's kind of hard for me.
Yeah,
'cause
I
like
don't.
both.
I think with composing, I like the kind of creative process that I get out of composing. With the producing side, I don't feel that much of an affinity to.
I think I would also choose, in the end, I would choose writing rather than being in the studio. As much as I like being in the studio and as much as I kind of know what I do, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional in that, but there's something about like at least writing music and letting my emotion just run out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's cathartic.
putting it into something that is you can grasp with your senses.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
so yeah, that was not a
Yes.
very hard choice. Good ending to this madness, the whole chaos moment.
Yes. Okay. So it's time for our favorite part.
Yeah.
Recommendations.
Sure. Do you want to go first again, or should I go first?
You can go first.
I can go first. Oh, what a privilege. Okay, nice.
You should go first more often in that case.
No, I don't. I don't mind. I don't.
No, I feel
care.
like I'm hogging this section all the time.
I think we kind of agree, like, privately. I don't know if we said this on the pod ever, but you like to start and I like to close up, like to
Yeah,
finish
that's
up,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've mentioned it on the pod, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, my song recommendation is actually quite, I don't know if it's expected or not, but it's a song by Justin Bieber. It's called Ghost,
Mm-hmm.
which the lyrics just hits home. It's just, I mean, I guess the last episode I also recommend something that the lyrics just like hits home for me. I guess I'm leading into that kind of songs these days. Poppy, singer-songwriter with sad lyrics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember you sent me that one. I did listen to it. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just basically talking. And if what is the lyrics? And if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you, which is very beautiful.
it is
imagine.
really, yeah.
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 That's my recommendation, and your recommendation is?
I would recommend the whole album actually. I just found
Oh, really?
the name, but I cannot pronounce the name very well. So I'm not very inclined to try. But I'll link it in the show notes. But basically, the album is just called Elga.
Oh, is this is the cellist that you
Yeah.
mentioned?
Yes,
Okay,
the one
okay,
that I
okay,
mentioned. I will give the name a shot, but I'm probably butchering this up terribly. Sheko Kana Mason. Mason. I think it's Mason. Kana Mason is like one word. I think it's like a surname. But he's a cellist and he plays a bunch of pieces in here. But the one that I particularly really like is a piece by Frank Bridge, Spring Song.
Where is he from?
I think he resides in the UK, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Okay.
Again, I'm not sure. I might be getting this wrong.
No
But-
worries. We butchered French, or I
And we
butchered
pictured
chanson.
information. And Swan Lake. We also butchered Swan Lake. But anyway,
I almost forgot about that. Yeah, we killed Swan Lake twice.
yeah. But anyway, this piece is a Spring Song by Frank Bridge. It's a short piece. And I'm actually not sure what it's originally meant for, but in this version, it's been arranged for the cello and string quartet. I think it's actually supposed to be for cello and piano, but
Oh, for
really,
cellos
really nice.
and piano.
Cello, one piano, but
Oh,
it's really,
okay.
really nice. But yeah, it's very. It leans halfway between a lullaby and a ballad for me, at least. That's what I think of it.
You like your soft songs, eh?
Yeah.
I
like
also
it when it's
just
very
noticed
mellow.
this. I like songs that has kind of sad lyrics, but still kind of a little bit in
Upbeat.
in a medium upbeat tempo. Because also with Alone, the song that I previously recommended,
Mm-hmm.
and this one, Ghost, both are completely sad lyrics wise, but the rhythm wise is pretty bop. Still pretty.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like things that are a bit more mellow, and yeah, just expressive, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, many things are expressive, so it's hard to say.
I think I kind of, yeah, it fits it. I don't want to mean it in a bad way, but it fits us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the things that I like fits me. Kind of like I'm just kind of like, yeah, I have sad stuff, but I'm jumping
Very
all
upbeat
around.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're kind of like more the mellow, controlled things, but like you also like your surprises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like having the contrasts. I
Ah.
mean, this piece, it's not. I don't think there's that much like contrast in it, but I just like the general vibe.
Okay.
But
Sure.
also, I have a bias to this because I did play this because one of my students had his exam and I played the piano part.
Oh, okay.
So I do have a bias for this. I like this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So for the show notes about things, some of the pieces that we mentioned in this one, you can find them on the blog pianofortepodcast.wordpress.com.
Yes. And
Yes.
also about the theoretical parts that we also thrown in today. By the way, can you imagine we really killed Swan Lake twice?